What's up, real estate transaction engineers? I'm your guy, your host, Eddie Raymond, aka Mr. Transaction Engineer.com. Mr. Transaction Engineer. Thank y'all for joining me, man. Been buying and selling real estate for 21 years. This year is my 21st year of being in real estate. I love it. I'm still active. I'm going to forever do real estate. I love it. It's one of my many passions, but I love real estate. And the thing about real estate, you want to keep evolving. If you've been selling houses, maybe it's time to go up to a duplex or a fourplex or a fiveplex. It's all about evolution. God made us to evolve. But today, I welcome you. You're going to discover an exact strategy me and my students use to buy real estate without bank loans, hard money, or cash. And by the end of this training, you'll know how it works and how you can close on your first deal within 30 days. I'm going to try to keep this probably about an hour or shorter. Now, I'm going to open up at the end for questions and answers. So I'm going to open up at the end for questions and answers. Like I said, I explained to you who am I earlier. Now, my big promise to you tonight, I'm going to show you how to find motivated sellers, take control of houses with little to no money, and how to get paid 3 ways off one property. 3 ways off one property. Now, with this strategy, I'm actually going to pull up a HUD-1, which is a settlement statement if you ever bought or sold any properties before. A HUD-1 is just one of the statements you get when you close on a house, when you sell a house. So I'm going to go through a HUD-1 and show you guys how to buy houses with equity. You're going to learn how to buy houses with equity already in them. Properties you don't have to go begging to a bank for financing. But one thing I want to get into tonight is what's holding you back? What's holding most people back? And it's all about mindset. Let me pull up a HUD, actually. I'm going to get straight to the money. But in the meantime, while I'm looking for the HUD-1 statement, I want to talk about what's holding you back. Most people say, I need a lot of money to get into real estate. Guys, that's further than the truth. When I started 21 years ago, I couldn't finance an onion, a peanut. Give me a thumbs up if you've been there before. But I couldn't finance nothing, man. I was getting myself together, man. I was driving a forklift. Make sure that's right. Okay, bingo. I was driving a forklift, guys, making $11.50, I think, an hour, driving a forklift. Oh my God. I'm so glad I decided to make a change and follow my intuition and do real estate. Cause boy, I couldn't do that, man. I couldn't continue to do that. That was like insanity. And you working every week, paycheck to paycheck. You're not seeing any results. You can't take your kids on vacation. You can't do no traveling. You can't put your kids in private school. Thank God I'm able to do that now. That's a major blessing. Thank you, God, man. Thank you. There's a different public and private, guys. Big difference. But anyway, man, it's a miserable life. So I decided to make a change, man. I believed in myself. Thank my mom. Shout out to mom. She believed in me first because she invested that $5,000 into my first seminar called The Millionaire Maker by one of my OG mentors, man, Ron LeGrand, mentors. But man, and that changed my life forever. Came home, got one of these same deals that I'm talking to you about tonight. I got one of these deals under contract at the seminar. That's how hungry I was because I had to quit my job to even go to the seminar because my boss wasn't giving me no time off. So I had to quit my job for like because the seminar was like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It was 4 days, and I already took off as many days as I could. So they wouldn't let me off. So, but thank God, man, I kept going and I quit the job. I'm not telling you to quit your job, because you got to have some big kahunas to do that, man. And could be a little crazy, a little off. But man, thank God, man, I made that change, made that switch, and it's been pretty awesome career. I've accomplished way more than I would have if I was still driving that forklift, and acquired enough passive income where I don't have to worry about, closing on another deal. So tonight, let's get to the money, baby. So I'm going to show you a strategy that they call subject to or creative financing. Basically, what you're doing, you're taking over a seller property subject to the existing mortgage. Now, I hear some rookies out here, and I'm going to call you out. I hear some rookies out here telling you to be, when you're on the phone, say, yeah, we're going to buy a subject to. Well, some of them kind of know what that is now, but me personally, I just keep it basic. I keep it basic. They can Google and see what a subject to is now, but we just keep it basic. I'm not on the phone trying to over explain. I'll say, we're going to take over your property subject to the existing mortgage, all and liens that's in place. The loan will stay in your name. The title of the house will transfer over to my entity name, not in your name. Never put a house in your name, guys. You don't want to look like you own anything, because people are so happy these days. So protect your assets. Inside of our program also, you're going to get these same land trust documents. If you have multiple property, guys, put them in a land trust. Each property should be in a trust, and have your LLC be the beneficiary, so you can add another layer of protection. Now, I'm not an attorney. I'm not giving any legal advice. This is just what we do, and the smart people do also. Get these properties out of your name. If I find out you got one in your name, I'm coming to see you. No, just kidding. But get them out your name, man, so you can protect yourself. Okay? Now back to the money. So, guys, when you buy one of these properties subject to the existing mortgage, some of these properties already have equity. Now I'm going to show you a settlement statement where we got this property. It had about, I think about 150,000 in equity, something like that. But the people away, they was a couple of days away from foreclosure, so we was able to come in, catch up the back payments, renovate the property. Well, one of my students, he was able to renovate the property, sell it, and make a nice profit. So some of these properties that you buy subject to the existing mortgage, you can sell, you can rent them out. They're yours. You can do whatever you want to do. Just make sure you keep making the payments so you keep that cash flow coming and keep building down that monthly payment. Because at the end of the day, guys, cash flow is king. Bump all that flipping. Man, you're going to flip yourself to death. Ask me how I know. So you want to, while you're flipping, you want to be holding some of these properties for passive income, residual income. At the end of the day, that's what it's about. You get enough of these properties, and you got your $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month residual income. And now it looks like the foreclosures are picking up a little more. And I'm gonna share with you right now my favorite list to find these subject to deals. Number one, pre-foreclosures. And what a pre-foreclosure is, basically somebody's behind on their payments, they're about to lose their house. You get in contact with them and you make it a win-win situation for everybody involved. You save the seller credit. They don't have you save the seller credit by not letting it go to foreclosure. You catch up the back payments, then it's your house. You can put a tenant buyer in there, or you can make it an Airbnb. You can rent it out. You can move in it, whatever you want to do. Just keep making the payments, get your insurance on the property, and keep getting more properties. So pre-foreclosure is one of my favorites. Number 2, probate. Probate is one of my favorites. Why? Most probate deal, guys, truth be told, unless it's a spouse in the house, man, they really do not care. If it's a brother or sister inherit the house or kids, man, they really don't care what you give them. They don't know anything about real estate. They can care less. They don't have any skin in the game. They didn't buy this house. They didn't fix this house up. So what do they care? Give me a check, I'm gone. All it looks like is an expense to me, especially if they don't know anything about real estate. So probate. And what's my third? Let me see. Now, my first house, they wasn't behind on payments. My first subject to deal, they wasn't behind on payment, but the seller just got married and she moved into her husband's house, which was bigger. So I took it over subject to the existing mortgage. I had to give her $2,000. I got $5,000 down on a lease with an option to buy from a tenant buyer. My monthly payment was, I think it was, man, it's been so long ago, 21 years ago. I think it was $1,000. I know it was $1,000. I only had a spread of $300 on my first one. So her monthly payment was $1,000. I leased it out for $1,300. So I made that difference, $300 cash flow. Plus, I got it for $120 and I sold it for $150 2 years later. So there was a difference of $30,000 in between. So $30,000 on the back end. So it's 3 paydays with these subject twos, the creative financing deals. Payday 1, you get your down payment. Get your down payment. So my down payment, remember, was $5,000. I had to give the seller $2,000. That was $3,000. And don't always think you have to have the money, guys. I didn't have the $2,000. Like I told you at the beginning, I couldn't finance an onion, but I put it on the contract. I marketed the property, found my tenant buyer, took my tenant buyer money. I closed with the seller and the tenant buyer on the same day. So it's kind of like a double closing if you know how to wholesale. So I made $3,000, give or take, minus attorney fees. I think my attorney charged me $500. And you just have attorney basically read over the lease option agreement with the tenant buyer that you're going to put into the house. He charged an hour. He or she will charge you an hour of their time, which is between $300 and $500. Depends on where you at on the globe. So anyway, so I made about $2,500 up front. My monthly payment was $300. Then on the back end, when they bought the property 2 years later, I had a good spread of about 30. I think it was about 34, 35,000, because remember, every month they're making a payment. Some of that payment is going to the principal. Most of it is going to the interest, because these loans are scam, but that's another subject for another day. But anyway, most of the first 10 years, a lot of it go to the interest. So I made about 34, 35,000 on the back end. So there's 3 paydays. Now I'm going to show you this property here. The equity was crazy, man. It was crazy. But what I decided to do, because I teach students all around North America, I decided, and you got to be a student that I know is trustworthy, because I don't wholesale my subject to deals. I normally keep the majority of them in my portfolio. But I had a student that wanted a house really bad, wanted one really bad. So I let him get this one. You're going to see where I made my assignment fee. We closed on this deal in about 7 days. 7 days. So I made my assignment fee. I think it was 30,000 or something like that. I'm gonna show you I'm gonna pull the hood up for you. About 30,000 on my assignment fee. But he walked away on the back end once he bought it and renovated. I think he made about 70,000, something like that, 60 to 70,000. So it worked out pretty good for him. It was a win-win for everybody. The sellers got money. we caught up the back payment, so it was just a win-win all around. And these deals are win-win, guys. If you get the right seller and you know what to say, you can make them a win-win deal. So let me share with you my HUD. Shout out to TE Academy, all the family out there. Love y'all, man. Keep growing and going. You know you can reach me anytime. Let's go. The market is picking up. Let's go. All right, let me pull up this HUD for you. And for some of I'm gonna break a myth tonight. Some people say, "Oh, subject to is illegal." Guys, do not believe that, man. Whoever told you that is they're a little off. They're a little off, guys. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. They don't know too much. But for real, I'm gonna show you on this settlement statement. I'm gonna show this settlement statement. Windows, no. Guys, where it has subject to on the settlement statement. If it's so freaking illegal. So freaking illegal. Let me download this. So freaking illegal, then why is it all right, let me protect the names. I don't want. Okay, guys. So this is a good property we got. And I'm gonna blow the numbers up. In Swanee, Georgia. If any of y'all from Georgia, you know Swanee is a very hot area, man. Very hot area, hot as fish grease. So this is a settlement statement. As you know, on the right side, the seller side, on the left, it's the buyer side. So this is a settlement statement. When you sell a property, you're going to get one of these from attorney. For those of you guys who haven't sold a property yet, this may be your first closing. Wow, it's come to think about it, subject to was one of my first closings. I haven't bought a property. I got started, man, 21 years ago. I can't tell y'all that because you'll be counting my birthday up and stuff. Mind your business. So the price $397, right? Now, assignment fee to our company, $29. And this deal, we closed this deal out in 7 days. That's how quickly these properties can close. You get a motivated seller, guys, it's a done deal. So $29,000. One of my colleagues who brought the deal, he got $18,000 on his assignment fee. So that lets you know already there's plenty of room in here. If we was able to get $50,000 in assignment fees, guys, there's plenty of meat on the bone. So gross amount due $450. What does this say? Subject to. It got the loan number to the property. Okay, bingo, bingo. So cash from my buyer, they had to bring $148. My student brought $148 to the table on this one. And totally, I think it was, let me see, what is it? What he was in all in for $450. But remember, this mortgage of 302 is taken over subject to the existing mortgage, which means we do not have to pay this off. We just continue to make the payments on the property until it's sold. And we always say it'll be, well, this particular seller, we told them that we're going to renovate and sell it. So we didn't tell them we're going to keep it for long term. But if we're going to keep it for long term, only thing I say, we're going to sell it sometime in the near future. We don't know when that is. We may have 2 or 3 tenant buyers go on the property and don't buy the property. Or we may want to turn it to Airbnb and do that for several years. So it just varies, man, per property. But this is one of the quickest ways to build up your portfolio. Now, look, guys, you just say if we didn't wholesale this, just say that my end buyer, my student wanted this deal. That's $50,000 down that he wouldn't have to pay out of pocket if he found this deal himself. So he would have got in this deal pretty light because the seller got about, let's see, let's get on the seller side. Okay, let's go down the seller side. As you can see again, subject to Penny Mac. Look at this, guys. All in the settlement. Now, pull out your settlement statement if you bought one of these before. Existing loan taken subject to. So if it's so illegal, why is it on the settlement statement? Tell me, guys. Some of you little wise guys out there. For those of you stay to the end, man, I got something special for you too. Got something special for you. And I got a complete training. Well, let me see who stayed. We got 5 spots for those who stay to the end. 5 spots. It's going to be our subject to training, online training course with 6 months of support. And you're going to get in on our 5-day subject to masterclass where we teach you everything in 5 days. It's highly impact. We're going to teach you everything as far as marketing, as far as the scripts, what to say to sellers. All of that is in the training course also. But we're going to give you a special deal today where we're going to throw in the masterclass. 5-day training masterclass with me. And I've been doing this a very long time. I know a lot of pros. I done been through it with some of these deals. So that's why I'm coaching today to try to help you guys out, to avoid the headaches and the mistakes I made. Now, this is probably better for y'all to see the numbers. Okay, let's get to it. All right, so like I said, it's in the settlement statement. Pay off first mortgage loan. No, I'm sorry. Existing loan taken subject to. So it's in the settlement statement. Okay, let's get to the money. So the seller had HOA of $3,000, a IRS loan look like for $4,500, vacant holdback. Now listen, this is very important. If you're buying the property and the seller is still in the property, guys, make sure. And we have this inside of our training course. We have a vacant letter. So just say, I think I'm sorry, I'm saying the wrong name of it. But we have a letter that states, just say some of them say, I want to stay in there for 2 more weeks until I find a new place, or 3 weeks, whatever you decide to give them. Now, after that 3 weeks, if they do not move out, then every day it's going to cost them money, which could be $100 a day or $200 a day, whatever you decide. So, and never give them all the money up front, guys. I've learned the hard way. So this vacancy holdback means that they had, I think it was 2 weeks to get out the house and get everything out. They agreed to it. So they got $20,000 up front. And I think on the back end, they got another 20 or something like that. Okay. So make sure you do not give them all the money up front. If you're going to give them 10,000, give them 5 up front, and then the 5 once they move out and it's cleaned out. Hold that money in escrow. That way, they do not move out when they say they will. Then it's going to subtract money. The attorney knows that every day they go by to subtract $100 or $200. So give them a little money up front, like half. Then the rest when they move out. Now to reinstate the mortgage, see how we're helping the community, guys? Reinstatement to the mortgage company was 50,000. 50,000, 50 big ones to catch the loan up and bring it current. And so we all in. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, vacancy holdback. They got 20,000 that we held in escrow, so they got a total of almost 40,000 minus the liens for this property. And so they got this at closing, $17,569 at closing. And then they got another 20 on the back end. So see how it's a win-win? We caught up the HOA, reinstate the loan, and the seller walked away with 40 grand when they was about to lose the property. When they was about to lose the property. So God bless us. to be able to save them, man, on this one, because man, sometimes you never know. That's why you got to count your blessings. Thank God for every day, because you never where you know where you could be tomorrow. Anything can happen in life, man. So don't get all on your high horse and everything. Thank you all that, because hey, anything possible. Anything is possible. You got any questions? Put it in the chat. Uh-oh. Computer going out on me. Get this plug in here. Any questions, put them in the chat, y'all. I'm going to hold you about another 10 minutes for those of you who stay around. I got something special for you. The master class, man. In this master class, you're going to learn a lot. A lot. And I hope you go out here and take massive action and change your life, man. Because guess what? All these big hedge fund companies, all the big hedge fund companies, man. Uh-oh. Okay. Something going on here. All these hedge fund companies, guys. Dang, what's going on? Hey, man, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if it's still recorded. But like I said, all these hedge companies are buying up a lot of these properties. So if you know what happened, if they buy them all up, we're gonna be in big trouble because everybody will be renting, and I can hear you. Oh, awesome. They're predicting that these hedge fund companies gonna own most of the properties. So most of America will be renting from them. Guys, take this strategy and bless other people with it by stopping their properties from going to foreclosure, from going out here building some real residual income, some real generational wealth. Because man, this dollar, the value of the dollar is already dropping. Ever since Russia, they formed that brick money with Russia, China, India, I think Asia, something like that. It's BRIC, BRIC. Yeah. Ever since they formed their own money, guys, the value of the dollar has been dropping. And a lot of African countries, they're over there in Africa, a lot of those countries inside are forming their own money. So you better buy these properties, man. This is going to be the only thing worth something. This land. You got some land or houses or something, bro. It's going to be like gold, man. So get out here and take some action. Stop holding yourself back, man. There's plenty of people need help out here. Plenty of people need help. You helping them. They helping you. You're building your portfolio. And hopefully you can leave this and pass this down to your kids. Like I plan to do. And I put in my trust. Some people got wills, but I got a trust. I put in my trust and no, my kids cannot sell these properties. They got to pass them down. Because you let some of these kids get a hold of your portfolio, they're going to sell everything. They're going to bankrupt themselves, man, especially if you haven't taught them the business. They say second generation wealth disappears, man, like crazy. I don't know why this thing jumping, but I'm going to keep it moving. They don't want me to tell you this information, guys, but go anyway. Bump those jokers, man. Do not let them take all these houses. Look up this company called Invitation Homes. I remember when the last market crashed in 08, man, they was buying so many properties, man. It was ridiculous. They was at the auctions and they was all over the country, but I know right here in Georgia, they was in like 4 or 5 of the top counties. bro, they buying 200 to 300 houses per county. They got like 70 to 80,000 houses that they have rent all out. So guys, don't let these people win. We as Americans got to keep our stuff. Don't let the big corporations get it, because you see they can predict the market. Then they can have the rent going up all kind of ways. You're gonna be stuck like Chuck. Man. So guys, click in the link below. You'll see some of our testimonials from the students. You can actually go to our website, MrTransactionEngineer.com, and click on testimonies. I don't know what's up with this screen, man. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. But you can click on the testimonies and look at the people, man. Y'all know we family. I've been around forever. You want to see more videos too? Click on the live section. The majority, 95% of the videos that I do on live. I don't have time to be doing all the extra stuff. I'm giving it to you raw, baby. So even if I mess up or stutter a little bit, it's just the stutter. I got to give it to you raw. Look down below. Let me see. For some freebies too, guys. We got some free contracts. We also have the creative financing ebook below, because there's more than just subject to. Everybody's not going to sell their house subject to, but we have different routes. See, when you got multiple it's oh my God, man. I love this thing, man. I love this real estate, because when I got in, I got an addictive personality. So we're not addicted to people and stuff like that, but addicted to learning stuff. When I get in, when I lock in, it's over. So I was able to study and get so many mentors, man, to be able to teach y'all these strategies. Like number one, you have subject to, right? That's when you take over somebody's mortgage payments. We have which is the same as creative financing. Also, just say they don't want to sell it to you subject to. What's the next thing? You can do a lease option with the right to sublease. You can do a lease option, get the same benefits, only different. The title doesn't transfer to your name, but you got equitable interest in the property. So you can lease the house from me and sublease it to somebody on a lease with the option to buy. Or you can rent it out, whatever, as long as you stick to the terms that you and the seller agreed to. Now, check that out. What's another strategy? Well, just say the seller wants to be in and out, and they want to manage their own property, but they want a good tenant buyer. You can do what's called a wholesale lease option, where you put the property under contract, you locate the tenant buyer, person who want to lease the house with the option to buy. You give the seller first month and security deposit. First month and option deposit, which is going to be the same as the mortgage payment normally. So if the mortgage payment is $1,000, you're gonna get a seller $2,000. Boom. Say you go out there and get a tenant buyer that put $20,000 down or $10,000 down. You will get the difference. They say they put down $10,000, you will get the difference. You will get $8,000. The seller get the tenant buyer that you pre-screen for them. They get the $2,000. You're out of the deal. You got to check just like you wholesaling. So it's multiple strategies. Download that creative financing ebook below. We got, man, there's so many strategies. You got short sales. We do short sales also. We do options, what they call novations. It's options to me is better than novation. Novation has all this paperwork. Somebody just came out with the novation stuff a couple years back. But options, man, is my favorite. Novations. I'm not knocking nobody who does that, but it's just too much paperwork, man. I'd rather do an option, 2 pages, man. It's a wrap. With an option, guys, you could sell the property to somebody who's getting a mortgage, just like your wholesaling. You get an option fee, you out of the deal. So we got plenty in store for you guys. But I'm going to end this webinar because we have a group coaching class tonight on land. Shout out to TE Academy family, man. I love y'all. Look below, man. Special offers. If you stayed to the end, I see virtual communications and multimedia production. Email us at info@MrTransactionEngineer.com, or you can text us at 770-334-8255. 9311. Again, 770-334-9311. Or you can email us at info at Mr. Transaction Engineer tonight. Let me know that you stayed on here to the end. I'm going to take this video down so I know. Anyway. Okay, we got a question. I'm sorry, y'all. I forgot to open up for questions. You got any questions, let it go. I'm sorry. Any questions, let it go. Leroy Stokes, man. I hear my phone going off somewhere. Leroy, how you doing? Got a quick question. Where's the best place to get probate leads? Excuse me, man. My mouth was dry. I've been talking 40 minutes. I called you on the tall end of the video. Oh, you caught me at the tail end. Yeah, rewind it, man. I got some good sauce for that, Leroy. The best place to find probate deals, y'all, I'm gonna be honest with you, in the county. Now you can go to probatenotices.com and buy a list, but best, man, to see if the county got some data that you can scrub, that you can go down. Sometimes you got to go down there and get it, but just call the probate department and ask them, how can you pull leads from there? Those are going to be the less expensive way. It's free. They're going to give you a free list or tell you how to find them online, but you can pay for some places. I mean, I like to get the raw data on certain information, so you can get the raw data from there, man, for free. Foreclosures and probate for free. Normally they're on county. If you don't see them, call down to the probate department in that county and they'll tell you how to find them. But you really want that raw data. You really want that raw data. You say you came in at the tail end. Yeah, man. You came in at the tail end. Rewind it though, man. I got some great information in here for you, man. I went through a settlement statement, how we just wholesale created financing deal and made $30,000, and it had so much equity. My student was able to sell it and make like $60,000 to $70,000. So, man, it's endless opportunities with these properties, man. As you can see, it was plenty of equity in the house. Like we could have took this property over and probably had about, man, it was a lot of equity, man. Probably about, let me see, 152, about 200,000 in equity. So don't slip up on these opportunities, guys. This is a game changer and a wealth builder. I started holding more properties after the market crash. A quick thing. One of my best friends, man, he always bought subject to properties and creative finance. This guy sends out 500 postcards every single month, like consistently for the last, wow, man, I've been knowing him about 15, 16 years. For the last 15, 16 years, guys, he's been sending out 500 postcards. Man, the guy now he probably has about 70 subject to properties. But I learned from him in 08 because I started back in 04. I started wholesaling. I was crazy about wholesaling. That fast money, it'll get you. So I was wholesaling at first. I kept like 3 subject to properties. But guess what? The market crashed. Boom! Boy, I'm like this. Wholesaling, man, the whole world dried up for like 6 to 8 months. Here come the news media with that drama. Oh, foreclosures at the all-time high. It's the worst time to buy. They going crazy. So they know that they can program most people from that news. So they pumping that fear into the U.S. people. And they're scared, right? They shaking in the boots. They start buying. Everything slowed down. In the meantime, we were selling more properties to Asians and Hispanics. Man, they were buying them. Oh my God, they were buying properties like left and right. Because we started doing a lot of short sales in that time because the market went down. When the market started dropping, man, short sales are going to shoot up through the roof. It's going to be time to short sale. But anyway, so we started doing short sales. And hold on, what I was talking about. Oh, my buddy, back to my buddy. So he had 50, when the market crashed, guys, he had about 50 subject to properties. Everybody in their friends that people scared to buy. Everybody going crazy. So I only had about $1,000 coming in cash flow. Imagine you was just wholesaling like crazy, but everything dried up for 6 to 8 months. Rehabbers, people who like to renovate, they stop flipping. They scared because they don't know what to do. If I buy this house today at 100,000, and now the market is still declining, it may be worth 80,000 in 2 or 3 months. So they like, no, we ain't doing nothing. Everybody hit the brakes. Bro, I had $1,000 coming in. I think my expenses were like 4,000. So I'm like this, like, what in the hell is going on? Nobody told me about no freaking recession and how things change. I just heard about the good times when everything's going smoothly, going up. Boy, that was a wake-up call. My guy had 50 subject to properties, guys. He living life to the fullest because he built his business on cash flow. He wasn't crazy like me, just want to flip. I just wanted the quick checks. Man, no. Man, he was sitting back like this. Him and his wife still going out to eat. They just cruising. Man, nothing changed in his life, man. Nothing. And I'm sitting up like, wow. I got to get more income. I got to get more residual income, man. I got to, because my life was affected, bro. I'm what they say, robbing people to pay Paul and Tom. Man, oh my God. So I got into it, but what really started jumping, so I learned from that lesson to start holding on to more properties, and that enabled me to start learning more real estate techniques, put more tools in my toolbox, because I got two, not one, but two short sale coaches to show me how to short sell these properties. And I started eating again. I started eating like a fat rat because I learned how to short sell them. Just say a short sale is basically you negotiate with a lender, right? Just say the person owe 100,000. You negotiate, hey, I'll give you 40,000 for the house, or 30,000. We were getting 20, 30 cents on the dollar. Oh my God. So you negotiate on those, get it as low as possible. Then once we got it, they said that $100,000 house, we got it down to 40. We'll turn around and wholesale that subject to property to somebody who want to pay cash. Like I said, our Asian buyer and Hispanic, they were buying them property like this left and right. So I was able to transition, man, and start learning that short sale game, which has been very beneficial. So you got to do these things in steps, man, and just take your time and learn as you go along. Here at Transaction Engineer Academy, that's what we specialize in, teaching you all of the avenues in this residential business and land. Residential and land. We will be adding commercial probably next year, but I got my feet wet in there. We have some fun. So the more I learn, the more I'm gonna give back to you guys. We're gonna keep growing together. Oh, also for those who stayed to the end, our subject to masterclass is coming up at the end of this month. Only 5 people. You get the course, look down there in the description, say how to buy houses without going to the bank. It's the subject to online course, coming with all the documents, closing calls, man, you name it. Everything's in there. Comes with 6 months support, email support, and 5-day subject to masterclass where we show you everything from start to finish, the people we use for us, the mailings, the text messaging, all the marketing, everything you need to get started. And we got rock star students that actually follow the blueprint and change their lives, man. Shout out to Dave. God, man, bless you, man. Dave, Jerry, Sharice. Who else out there? We got a couple of 6-figure earners. LaShonda. Man, what's my girl name up there in North Carolina? Tasha. Oh, y'all, man. There's too many of y'all, man. God bless y'all. I love y'all, man. Look in the description below, though. Once you get the course, you automatically will get the master class. You're getting right now, the course is $9.97. We have 5 ways you can pay. You can pay on it monthly. It's just 5 different ways to pay. Look down there below. But you're going to get the master class where we train you how to go out here and buy a house without credit, without showing your freaking W-2 and all that stuff you got to do to buy a house. Guys, throw that out the window. I never had a seller in 21 years say, well, first, sir, can I see your credit report before I sign this deed? No, none of that. You need none of that. It's nonsense in my world. Man. So, guys, get down there below. Get that course, and we're going to see you, man. And if you're a go-getter, only if you're an action taker, though. Only 10% of people that buy courses and go to seminars actually take action. I want some people that's going to take action, and I got to be honest, I want some more testimonials. So I need some action takers, a person who go out there, kick some butt, and kick life in the butt, not going to make any excuses. Oh, I can't do this because of that. You don't need the money. We'll give you the money to do the deal. So I don't want to hear the excuses. We will give you the money to do the deal. So I don't want to hear that. That's no longer an excuse. You can't use that. So let's take action, man. Let's get some closings done. We're in second quarter now. We're in second quarter. It's going to determine, man, these next couple of months is going to determine how your end is going to look. What they say sanity is doing the same thing, expecting different results. You've been on the fence talking about, I'm going to do a deal. I'm going to do a deal. You haven't done nothing. You've been watching 1,000 YouTube videos. Haven't done anything. Or some of you guys out there been wholesaling and it slowed up a little bit for you. Guys, it happened. That's why you can't be a one-trick pony. It's imperative if you're going to be in this real estate game for the long haul, your butt better get some cash flow or you're going to be out of business. Like most other realtors right now. And realtors, I don't have nothing against realtors. I work with ones who understand creative financing, who understand investors. I love you, babe. Come see me. Bring deals. You want to partner up? You can bring the deals. Just reach out to us, 770-334-9311. Let's keep on growing together, man. God bless you. Keep going. Keep growing and going. Growing and going. Hold on. Let me see. I think we got another question. Hold on. I was almost out. Let me see. Let me get a little water, guys. Just curious, man. When you wholesale on a lease option, do you think there's enough meat on the bone? Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. One of my first deals that I did a wholesale lease option. It's so crazy, man, because I stay in the same neighborhood now. Wow. God, it's a blessing. Wow. So it's a big house. And we got $50,000 down. Wow, man, that was a revelation right there. So one of my first wholesale lease option deals, this guy was savvy, man. He came to my office 8 times. 8 times before we done the deal. I was pretty much done with him. I was like, man, start wasting my time, bro. He came to my office 8 times. We finally done the deal. I found him a tenant buyer. This guy was savvy too, because we normally give first money in security deposit. But since there was a big house, we was able to get $50,000 down. So we got $50,000 down, and we had to give him half of it. It doesn't happen that way, but that's how the negotiation went. He was like, I need half down. I'm not doing the deal. So I said half of something is better, half of nothing. So I walked away with $25,000. It's one of my very first videos on here too, y'all. I need to connect it. It's like, if you click on here, I've been dropping videos forever on here. I think since 2007. You look back in there, 2007, 2008, we'll say wholesale lease option. Man, I need to connect it to here so you can see it. Wow, I need to see the growth on that one. Wow. So I made 25,000, man, off that deal. And he kept the tenant buyer. He kept the tenant in there for a couple of years. She didn't buy the house. He ended up dying. The wife kicked the tenant buyer out because she wasn't paying on time. But long story short, shout out to Floyd, man. God bless you, man. Rest in paradise. Yeah, he died, man, while the person was in the house on a lease with the option to buy. He was an older guy, man, in his 80s. That's why he had to come to the office. He was old school. I had to come to the office and see ya. That's how it was back in the days, man. The old school. We no send no freaking email with the contract. You click and sign. Man, you had to fax it, or you had to go to the seller house. And most of the sellers want you to come to their house, or they come out to your office. We blessed now. We can send the contract and voila, magic. Let me see. Who is this? Unknown Christo. I'm gonna have to tune in more often. You came across my YouTube randomly. Hey man, you looking at that best in our world, baby. The best in our world. Look at my live videos, man. We got over 800 training real estate videos. So, man, I hope you find some gems in there, man. Rewind this video. We really got into some creative finance and stuff, some stuff that'll change your life, especially if you're looking to be in this real estate business for the long haul. You need to know all of these strategies, man. So when a person calls you, you can offer them 5 or 6 ways to buy their house instead of just one. Oh, I got a wholesale offer, or I got a creative finance offer. Well, I don't want to do neither. So what? Now you throw away the lead. But you know what? They call me in our company. It's going down, baby. How may we help you? We have multiple offers for you, sir, ma'am. We run them down. It's like coming to Walmart or going to a gas station. It's a big difference, man. Well, you got to know your stuff. Got to know your stuff, man. But tune in, man. I got a lot of videos. Look in the live section. We got over 800 videos. Let me see. How did you make $25K on a tenant buyer? Remember, I did an agreement to locate a tenant for a lease with an option to buy. So I done that agreement with the seller that I will get half of the down payment. The down payment was $50,000. I got half. The seller came from New York and moved down here. You know, people coming from New York and California, their house prices are different. So when they sell a house, they coming with some cash. So she bought the house where she's supposed to bought the house with a lease with the option to buy. She didn't. And make sure, guys, your lease with the option to buy money is non-refundable. And they know that at closing. Make sure you close. When you do a lease with the option to buy with a tenant buyer, make sure you close with a title company or a real estate attorney. That way they can't say you took advantage of them. They didn't know what's going on. Because some of them will try that crap. So close with one of them, guys. It's only a couple $100 that could save you thousands in a court battle. Thousands. Ask me how I know. I had to tighten me one up. Had to tighten a tenant up one time, guys. I don't play. Danny, what's up, baby? Welcome back, Danny. Danny said, any deals for people who already bought the course? Danny, I got you, baby. Let me know. Email our offers. We got to check and see if you've been to the master class before. Let me know if have you been to the master class? I think you have, Danny. I think you've been to the subject to master class. But email us at info@Mr. Transaction Engineer. Or call us or text us 770-334-9311. Let me know, Danny. We got you, man. It's time. Hey, the market's picking up, man. It's time. It's time, man. Do not miss out. I'm telling you. Do not miss out. All right, guys. God bless y'all, man. Look in the description. We got some freebies, contracts. We got our creative finance and ebook. Download that. We got a lot of freebies below. You want to go to the subject to masterclass with me for 5 days training? Get the course down there, say how to buy houses without going to the bank. We automatically enroll you in with the masterclass. It's normally $2,500 for the masterclass and the course. So we're giving it to you for the price of the course only. There's 5 different ways you can pay. Man, pay yourself. Let's go out there and kick some butt and change some lives. Peace.